Hello, thank you for joining our virtual information session for the 2017 Storm Grant Workers. My name is Chelsea Detweiler, and I will be facilitating this workshop in which you will learn more about the employment opportunities offered through the Storm Grant. These are unique employment opportunities, so we want to make sure all participants interested in working under the Storm Grant are well informed. The Storm 2017 National Dislocated Worker Grant, NDWG, is a federal grant the County of Alameda has been awarded in order to provide funding for 60 individuals to fill assignments to assist with cleanup, demolition, and repair of public parks, roads, and other infrastructure that have sustained extensive damage due to recent storms. These paid, temporary assignments may last up to 6 months. The grant is facilitated by a partnership of agencies, including Rubicon Programs, for which I work, and that will be covering recruitment, the Alameda County Workforce Development Board, Oakland Private Industry Council, which will handle payroll, and many partner public agencies. Participants will be employed by the County of Alameda, but working for various public agencies. These partner public agencies include East Bay Regional Parks District, Alameda County Office of Emergency Services, Alameda County Department of Public Works, and many more. As you will notice in the grant's title, Dislocated Worker Grant, the grant is designed to serve dislocated workers. We will go over who is considered a dislocated worker later in this session, but keep that in mind. There are several unique benefits to participants working under this grant. These include making a difference in your community. If you're someone who likes to go to work in the morning and come home at the end of the day knowing a clear difference you made in someone else's life, this is a good opportunity for you. The parks and trails and infrastructure you're working on will become usable again to the community at the end of your assignment. It's a great opportunity to earn income. You can earn up to $15 per hour under this grant, and it's an opportunity to get back to work quickly. Additionally, direct deposit is available to participants under the grant, so you get your paycheck seamlessly and quickly. Benefits are also offered, including health, vision, and dental, to participants after 90 days of work. Participants must work at least 30 hours a week, however, to be eligible for these benefits. It's a great opportunity to enjoy the fresh air. If you've done outdoor work and enjoy it, or you enjoy outdoor recreation, this might be a great opportunity for you. It's also an opportunity to learn new skills. The positions under this grant are considered entry level. Any new skills or knowledge you'll need to perform your duties at work will be taught to you. It's a great opportunity to work alongside and network with public agencies. This is a great way to get your foot in the door and get a good reference if you're interested in doing work with any of the previously mentioned public agencies or just work in the public sector in general. It's a great opportunity to avoid a gap in your resume and employment history. Like I mentioned earlier, this is a way to get back to work quickly. Additionally, because this employment comes through a grant, there's assistance available for the provision of work-related gear and materials. For example, if you've never worked outdoors or needed work boots or any of that gear before, it can be quite expensive. The grant will help pay for that, so it's not a barrier to you being employed under this grant. Additionally, reasonable assistance is available to cover work-related transportation assistance, or expenses rather. This employment opportunity has specific eligibility requirements due to the provisions of the funding grant. To be eligible to work under this grant, you must be at least 18 years of age. You must also be considered a dislocated worker. This typically means that you're eligible for, currently on, or have recently exhausted unemployment insurance benefits, ideally in the last 6 months. However, if you have ever received unemployment insurance benefits, even if it's been more than 6 months ago, you might still be eligible. This would require a case-by-case determination, and we would need to have a little bit more information about your situation. Additionally, we need to be able to document that you're a dislocated worker. So you would need to be able to provide an unemployment insurance award letter, an EDD printout, or something similar. Everyone employed under this grant must be able to provide right-to-work documentation. This is similar to any other job you would have, but providing a signed social security card, having a valid photo ID or birth certificate, things of that nature are going to be required to fill out new hire paperwork. You must also be eligible to and willing to enroll in the WIOA program. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in just a second. Lastly, veterans are encouraged to apply. We would love to put veterans back to work under this opportunity. The WIOA program stands for the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act program. It is a free job search assistance program designed to assist unemployed and underemployed individuals with getting back to work. The program also includes a vocational training consideration piece and funding for approved vocational training. Co-enrolling in the WIOA program is a prerequisite for participation in the STORM grant. Don't worry though, enrollment is easy and this allows us to serve you if you need help finding employment after your STORM grant assignment ends. Now let's learn more about the jobs themselves. The first opportunity available under the grant is the crew worker position. Under close supervision, the crew workers will perform physical labor and other related work as required. These workers will work primarily outdoors and usually alongside existing crews to provide additional manpower to work in and around creeks, channels, and culverts, to clear trails, clean debris, cut brush and weeds, maintain flowways, fencing, access roads, and may work on tree crews, gardening crews, traffic painting crews. So this role is going to be outdoors. It's going to be a role that you're going to be on your feet and being very active. Ways that you can kind of figure out if you're a good fit for this role are, first of all, to ask yourself, do you meet the basic eligibility criteria we went over previously for the grant? Are you a dislocated worker? Additionally, are you willing to work outdoors in a variety of weather conditions? Will you work in rain or shine? Additionally, are you willing to work in remote locations? Some of the locations for the work sites with this grant are going to be out there where there's going to be spotty cell reception. You might not have a lunch spot, within a couple minutes to go on your lunch break out to eat. But you're never going to be alone in these locations, and your safety gear and supervision is there. But you need to be comfortable working in a remote location. Additionally, you need to be able to lift at least 40 pounds and able to perform manual work for a full shift. So if you're not comfortable being on your feet for 8 hours or more, you're not comfortable being active and working and lifting for that period of time, this might not be a good fit for you. Most importantly, all of the partner agencies that we are working with for this opportunity want reliable workers with a good work ethic. You need individuals that can show up to work each day and that are willing to learn on the job. Again, this is an entry-level position. Any specialized knowledge that you'll need will be taught to you, but you are going to need to be willing to learn. For more information and a full job description for the crew worker role, check out our description at EdenAreaOneStop.org on our job board. Link is below. The other position that is open under this grant is the crew leader role. The Dislocated Worker Grant allows for up to 10 crew leaders to provide supervision for the other temporary workers to be hired under the grant. These leaders are not going to have hire or fire authority, but rather will support the project manager in providing each employer with a number of requisite workers for each work site. You're going to be a good fit for this role if you have some leadership or supervisor experience in your past. Again, you're going to need to meet basic eligibility criteria for the grant to be employed in this role. So you need to be a dislocated worker. Additionally, you're going to need to be willing and able to perform the duties required of the crew worker. So again, being able to work outdoors, rain or shine, being on your feet for prolonged periods of time, etc. You will still work alongside the crew. Additionally, you need to have some ability to cooperate and liaise with employers, the project manager, and other crew workers and participants. You need to be comfortable overseeing timesheet completion, collection, and submission. So if you don't feel like you're very organized or feel like that's too much responsibility, this role might not be good for you. You need to be able to assist with time management, logistics, and filling crew vacancies. So you need to be able to support the supervisor at that site in making sure everything is going smoothly, everyone is out in the field, and all the spots are filled. You also need to be able to coordinate with supervision to address any personal issues that come up, quality assurance issues, or supportive service needs. For a full description and more information on this role, again, check out our job board at EdenAreaOneStop.org. Direct link is below. Some additional general information about the storm grant jobs. The majority of our partner agencies would like participants to work 10-hour shifts. If you're comfortable working a 10-hour shift, that is very appreciated. Additionally, work weeks will be between 25 and 40 hours. This depends on the needs of the public agency which you would be assigned to. Right now, one of the schedules we have is Monday through Thursday, 10-hour days. Nice 3-day weekends. Additionally, benefits will be offered to participants who work at least 30 hours a week after 90 days for the following month. Some more additional information. We want you to know that the specific job details and requirements might vary depending on the placement agency that you work with. Some of these details may include the work location, the shift lengths and the days, and even the start time. Work sites are public lands located throughout Alameda County. So some of these jobs are going to be in different parts of the county. Some might be closer or further from where you live. So reliable transportation to get to the work sites might be required. Generally, once you're assigned a work site, that will be the work site you stay with, so it's not like you're going to different locations every day. Work clothes, which include rugged jeans and closed-toed shoes, are required. We expect you to show up in that attire. But remember, assistance for the provision of work gear and related materials is available, so this doesn't have to come out of pocket. So now that you know a little bit more about the jobs under the storm grant, we want to let you know what the next steps are in case you're interested in pursuing these jobs. Following listening to this webinar, you will be able to interview for these opportunities. We'll show you how to set that up in just a moment. Once you are interviewed, we will confirm your fit, and if you are determined to be eligible and a good fit for this role, we'll invite you to get enrolled. That involves a little bit of paperwork and coming in person for a meeting. But once that is all done, you are eligible to start working and get assigned to a work site. Next steps in a little bit more detail. Like I mentioned, if you're interested after hearing this webinar, we'll give you contact information next to sign up for an interview. During that interview, we'll ask questions to determine your fit for this kind of work and the role, and we'll also confirm your eligibility as a dislocated worker. If you're a good fit for the role, we'll let you know what you need to bring with you to the new hire orientation, and we'll let you know when that will be. At the new hire orientation, you'll go through the necessary paperwork and information you need to enroll in the Workforce Innovation Opportunity Act program. Like I mentioned, that's a prerequisite to enrolling in the storm grant. You'll also go over new hire paperwork and payroll paperwork for the grant as well. Upon the completion of this orientation workshop, you'll be considered a grant participant and you'll be entered into our pool of workers. From there, we'll go ahead and assign you a public agency to work alongside and establish a work start date as soon as an assignment is available. We do have open assignments at the moment, so you could be getting back to work immediately after getting enrolled. Thank you for listening and learning more about the 2017 Storm Grant Employment Opportunities. If you'd like to interview or you simply have some additional questions, please contact me directly at 510-259-2209 or Chelsea H. at RubiconPrograms.org. Thank you.